Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about the missing 20-year-old who is missing from the Dominican Republic. And she is a University of Pittsburgh student named Sudiksha Konanki. She disappeared from the beach of the Rio Republica Hotel in the early morning hours of March 6th. People have been looking for her, and apparently she was born in India, but she is a United States citizen. So basically, she was last seen with her two friends and a man that they met at a club at the Dominican Republic. So as you could see on this video, her two friends are walking behind her and the man she met. His name is Joshua Reeb, and apparently he's 22 and he's an American. So they were obviously drunk. At least she is obviously drunk with the way she kind of is stumbling. So his story is that they went to the beach and they were hit by an intense wave. They were swept out to sea, and when the water returned, he said that he grabbed her and he tried to save her, and she got tired of swimming. He said it took him a long time to get her out of the water. It was difficult, but he is a trained lifeguard. But he only worked in pools, not the beach. Then he says, I was trying to get her to breathe the whole time. That didn't allow me to breathe all the time. I swallowed a lot of water. I could have lost consciousness several times. When I finally reached the ground on the beach, I held her in front of me. He said he last saw her. She was walking in knee-deep water. I asked if she was okay. I didn't hear her answer because I started vomiting up all the seawater I had swallowed. After vomiting, I looked around and I didn't see anyone. I thought she had grabbed her things and left. I felt very sick and tired. I laid down on the beach chair and fell asleep because I couldn't go far. The sun and the biting mosquitoes woke him up, and he went to his friend's room to get his phone. And when he went to his room to sleep, I was sleeping in the room, and my friend asked me if I had seen her. I told him no, I thought she had gone to her room. His friend told him that Konanki never returned to her room, which Joshua said surprised him. When asked if he had saw her that night on the beach, he said, after I saw her walk away while she was walking in the water, I never saw her again. So now everyone is saying they think she drowned and they're looking to recover her body. Now, his story does sound kind of crazy, but you have to kind of wonder, like, does he have a motive to kill her? And maybe an accident in the water is something that kind of sounds believable. And the fact that they're both drunk, I mean, does he even remember what happened? I'm not sure. Like, I feel like if he did something on purpose, I don't think he'd spend the whole night at the beach. I feel like he'd want to get out of there as soon as possible. I know a lot of people are comparing this to the Natalie Holloway case. And if you remember, Euron was already making up lies about what happened to her early on. So this guy hasn't really changed his story. And the first time I ever went to the ocean, I was about 12 years old. I got out into the ocean where it was up to my chest. A big, huge wave came out of, well, nowhere, but of course, I didn't know to expect the big wave. But the big wave came, it overtook me. I did a somersault underwater, and I just remember telling myself to put my feet down in the sand and stand up and start walking. And luckily, I was walking towards the beach, and I got out of the situation. But I could see where someone could be overtaken by a wave, just even at waist-high water. They just seemingly come out of nowhere, these waves, when you're like new to the beach, or if you're not used to a certain current, like some beaches have like stronger currents and stronger and bigger waves. So I could see where his story could be true, and he did his best to save her. Maybe when she walked off, she was, not breathing really. She was just kind of like stumbling around, and maybe she fell again into the water. Maybe she never did walk off. Maybe he is mistaken. And either way, I do think she is still in the water. But I'll give you an update if there is one, and I'll see you in the next one.
You told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and